Peace and blessing, everybody. Welcome to a new scarf tutorial. Now, this scarf tutorial I wore in my Project for Awesome video introducing Muslims' progressive values. It's also one of those styles that you can just wear basically whenever, wherever, and it's because it's so customizable. It uses two different scarves, and based on which shawl you're using, you can easily customize it to go from elegant to casual, based on the headband also you're using. And you can easily wear earrings with it, which makes your entire outfit customizable. I've also even in this tutorial showed you how to customize all the way to the end of the plaid. But yeah, just stay tuned. I'll be showing you how to get this wonderful look for yourself. And lastly, everybody, so to get started, what you're going to be needing is two shawls of approximately the same length, a headband, so of your choice and color. I've chosen this one. If you don't have any headbands and you want to create one, I just did a hijab tutorial very recently on how to make your own braided headband. So go check it out. And but yeah, I'm using this beaded one, which I purchased actually from a local store here in Ottawa. And you're also going to need, just for safety, or I should say to secure the hijab, you're going to need some straight pins, and you're going to be needing an elastic. Now, I've talked about these elastics before. They're plastic kind, very small plastic rubber bands that can be found. They're hair ones. They're called no ouch elastic, like little rubber bands, which we used to use when I was much younger as actual elastics for hair. So you can find those usually at most pharmacy and most stores, actually, even the dollar store. And it's just safer for scarves because you don't have to do many turns on them, and because they're because of the plastic that they're made of, you don't actually pull strands in the fabric of the scarf. So they're just really good elastics, I guess. But just keep an eye out for them. And so yeah, that's that. What you're gonna start with, I'm wearing an underscarf right now. You can use underscarf or no underscarf, and volume or no volume with this style. It's one of those things that actually it's very versatile on whichever way you want to wear it. It'll actually look quite wonderful on you. So it's very decorative. It's very cute. If you're having issues trying to find the right match of scarf, like right now I'm using yellow and green, but look below. I'll put my article which I wrote on for my blog about color coordination. So if you're having issues finding the right colors, it can help a little bit. So first thing first, take the first color. Usually I would go for the lighter color, but it all depends what effect I'm looking for in my outfit. So just keep an eye out for that. Put it on your head approximately evenly. Next step you're going to be taking is just tying it around your head and making a knot behind your head. Now, if you had volume, I would say to make the tie below the volumizer. And that's another thing I've done a hijab tutorial for, like a hijab DIY for. It's a volumizer, so if you don't have one, you can go make your own by looking those up. Alright, so now you have two strands. One of them you're going to be using as follow. Like, I'm just going to put this one on the back for now. But basically there are two options of what you're going to be doing with this. Either if you have a shirt that has a high collar that covers everything, and you're comfortable with whatever way is covering your neck, you can take it and just either put it around your head like this, or put it in a bun in the back of your head. Or if you're like me and I'm not wearing the right shirt for this, or to feel comfortable, so what you do is just wrap it around your head. I usually just do this anyway, just because it gives you that extra color. It all depends on the style you're working on, but don't worry too much if the back of your neck is showing. We'll work on that in the second layer of fabric anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter. It's all up to you. the back of the head is not going to be very relevant in this one. Try to make sure that when you pin this piece of fabric that you do so back enough, because of the other layer of fabric, it might show a little if it's too forward. Just bear that in mind. Next step is just taking your headband and placing it on your head. Now, I would advise to place it above where you tied your hijab, so that this strand that's loose remains loose. Okay, so you see this end is still quite loose. Try and put it even so that you have an idea. Now, if you're having headaches because of your headband, just be careful of where you place them. One of the common things that many Muslims will say is that their headbands is right on top of their ears, and ear pressure on the ear is what usually will cause headaches. So just keep that in mind if you're when you're doing your style. Like, you might want to put it a little higher if necessary, so that it really does a band and it doesn't touch your ears, depending on what makes you comfortable. But as you can see, like, mine is here and my ear starts here. There you go. That way I know it's not going to hurt me. The second step is just to add the second layer. So as I said, this part you'll actually concentrate a little bit more on covering the back of your neck. So you put it on, and you can put it on whichever way. Because I'm wearing a headband, I want to make sure that it shows. There you go. And what you're going to do is just take the, like, you have two strands on this side. Take this one, the opposite one, and bring it to this side. But what you want to do is make sure that you create a pocket. Now, I'm pulling on this side to make this side shorter, simply because I'm looking at the fabric that I have there, and I see that these two strands are about the same length now, and that's kind of what I want. That once pulled, it's about the same length. And then on this side, I wanted to create kind of a pocket just where my ear is, so that you can see my earrings, but it's not tight on your ear, and that it's not like this. It has to really be loose, and that way it'll create the how would I say that, the coverage that you need in the back. Like, it'll actually cover in the back where you need it to. It's the fun thing. And the more of a pocket you create, like, the more you need to even it out sometimes. Like, you'll have to pull a little bit more on this side. As I said, the basic idea is that you want both strands to be quite equal on this side. So as equal as possible, and you'll see why in a moment. But yeah, so we've created your pocket. And to make sure that this pocket is reflected on this side, what you're going to do is start a braid. But to start it, you're going to start it at approximately the length of that you want. I'll show you from the inside here. So I want my curve to be about the same height as this, but I want to start my braid higher up. So I'm just going to pull my fabric to make it into the pocket that I want it to be. So you're going to take all your three strands of fabric. I'm sorry, my French is showing. My 3 strands fabric, and start braiding them. And as I said, just bearing in mind that you want this one to form a little bit of a pocket. And I call that a pocket, but it's more like a hood than a pocket per se. So just braid, and once you're at the end of the fabric, or at least at the end of where you want your braid to end, what you're going to do is just take your elastic from the beginning and just tie it around. And as I said, these ones don't actually require much taken care of. Just adjust your hood as you need it to. If you need to pin it, what I usually advise to do is pin it from the inside and pin it just like on the side of where you want the pocket to start. So in this case, from the inside, I will pin it just below my ear. And so take your straight pin and that's where I'll be pinning it. See, and there you go. So it gives you this beautiful bohemian look, full of accessory, because you can have both the earrings, the headband, the two colors on, and the braid. And of course, if you had, for example, an old scrunchie or an old hair elastic of any kind that you think would decorate the end of this very well, you can always put it there and make an extra good looking accessory. For example, I also have this gold headband that I have here, and you could just twist it and put it as an elastic at the end of your flap, and it will look fantabulous. So anyhow, I hope that this gives you ideas of how to create a really amazing bohemian look. There you go. So you see that that's what it does with the little golden accessory on it. Alright, so I hope that this gives you ideas and you can create your own looks. Let me know. Please put in the comments if you've tried this. Submit a photo on Facebook. Again, my Facebook is www.facebook.com/LoveGodDiversity. I'm always happy to see your pictures. I also have Tumblr, which is tumblr.com/LoveGodDiversity. I have a pattern, as you can see. So just look me up and submit your pictures of your own looks. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can come up with. Alright, peace and blessing, everybody.